Hi guys, and welcome back to another update on our favorite EV and battery recycling stock, ABML, soon to be ABTC. Before we start, please support me by hitting the subscribe button. We're growing rapidly and your support is everything. Let's begin. In this video, I'd like to highlight some key concerns regarding ABML. For those who have been following me for a while, you know that I'm extremely bullish on ABML and I own ABML shares. But it's also important to have realistic views on the company. Point number 1. Zero revenue. This is the biggest elephant in the room. The company does not have a factory and may probably not generate any revenue until Q2 2022. The company is still in the process to get permits and then actually start construction of the factory.
Well, Doug, what about because when we talk about expectations, I mean, obviously for those who have been buying the stock, investors, this is going to be a big thing going forward of meeting those expectations. What I'm trying to do is figure out kind of what the timelines we should be looking at for. What are the benchmarks here to get to some of the goals you've talked about? When is that first? When do you think you'll be able to actually do the numbers that you're talking about?
What we've said publicly is first quarter next year we'll start to see good revenue, is what
Okay.
we said publicly. But you know, this business is we're in the middle of an S3 that's not effective as we speak, so I can't say too much. I don't want to say too much. The good reason I was able to talk today because of this report yesterday, I was actually able to make a material presentation. So I appreciate it, but I'm in the middle of S3, so I can't speculate on our market or anything, and I won't.
Point number 2. No customers yet. In a previous interview, Doug Cole seemed to be completely relying on Tesla.
Excellent. So now let's tackle the point in the research report about actually generating meaningful revenues from battery recycling. What's your response there?
Well, I'll start with one. So the Tesla factory is the biggest factory in the world, biggest building in the world. There's enough waste there that'll be coming out of the Tesla factory to supply a lot of recycling for a long time, just the waste. However, there's 172 per benchmark more Tesla buildings being built in the world in the next 6 years. It's a huge business.
Yeah, the other important point, the report really did focus on EV batteries, but to be blunt, the batteries we expect to recycle in the very near term come from cell phones, power tools, and computers that right now 95% of those items at the end of their life are going into landfills because we don't, at least in the United States, have a great plan for recycling those batteries. Many landfills technically won't accept them, so they're going in illegally because they don't know that they're receiving them. They just come in disguise and go into the ground.
And it's sad because they're throwing away gold here. This is really a lot of money people are throwing away. So and that's what we're going to bring attention to. So
They said that ABML will start with smaller batteries from laptops and mobiles to recycle first. Now, in some recent articles, I have seen that Tesla or Panasonic may be relying on redwood materials to recycle their batteries in the near future. Redwood Materials CTO, JT Straubel, has good connections with the inner staff of Tesla and Panasonic, so Redwood has a big advantage there. Also, Redwood has backing from tech giants such as Amazon and Microsoft, which increases Redwood's rep in the market. But in the far future, we also know that Tesla is trying to recycle its battery for its own use, so that's a big chunk of lithium scrap away from the market. A stable network. For ABML to generate stable revenue, they will need a stable supply and a network to collect batteries and recycle it. What do I mean by stable network? I mean that they will need to secure a good collection system or a collection network to ensure that they will have enough materials to recycle. One could argue that they will work closely with the government, but at this stage, I do not know what that means.
Do you have customers right now that have already committed to generating revenue? I mean, do you know clearly where that revenue is going to be coming from?
we believe that all the cathode manufacturers will buy everything we have and anything anybody has for the next 5 years at least. There's a shortage. There's not a shortage of the mineral in the world. There's a shortage to get it out of into the environment and so forth, into the world.
Okay.
So that's what's happening there. No, we don't see anything that way. We are very close with the U.S. government. We're working very hard. Obviously, we have this big relationship with the Department of Energy, and that's going great. So we need a lot more customers than the cathode people and the U.S. government. We're here to support USA.
America doesn't have a big network of battery recycling. It will need to start from scratch and building things from the ground up, but that needs time. before you see any revenue coming in. Point number 3, company pivoted. If a company pivots so often, it creates an aura of uncertainty. ABTC was very recently ABML. Before ABML, it was called Lithium Ore. Lithium Ore was into lithium resource exploration and development. Before Lithium Ore, they were called Orto Plata, a company focused on gold mining. There is nothing wrong with changing names, but as an investor or institution, they might stay away from ABTC because ABTC looks like they're still searching to see where they fit in the spectrum. Full disclosure, I am in no way against ABML, but again, it's important to have realistic views on the company. Personally, I feel this is a stock to hold for at least 2 to 5 years before seeing any significant gains. This is a short highlight on the main key facts from my research. I have listed some key articles in the description below if you want to do some more digging. If I am wrong, then please call me out and tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. I hope you have a successful day.